Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome to the show. It's what is it? It's Tuesday night now, 8 o'clock. It's our new time. Wow, 8 o'clock. We figured we'd push it back about an hour because we noticed that some folks were definitely coming in a little bit later on in the show, and we wanted to be more conscious of all y'all over there in the West Coast. So hello everybody, Tuesday night, Cruise Chat Live. This is Walter from Where's Walter Travel, your independent travel advisor. As always, I have my wife, Rebecca, sitting just off camera because I'm the one who gets to sit on camera and talk to y'all, but I hope y'all are doing well. Hey, Desiree, thank you so much for the super sticker. That is amazing. Thank you. Hey, Ed, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. I hope everybody had a good Halloween. We're off to the races now. Hey, Desiree, again, thank you so much for the super sticker. That was so nice of you. If you are new to the channel, Where's Walter Travel? We are an independent travel agent now, and we like to give advice on cruises, on theme parks, and things like that. But tonight is all about cruising, and especially for those of you who maybe have never taken a cruise, first-time cruiser, or you're cruise curious. Plus, we'll do our best to answer as many questions as we can. In addition, we'll share some new cruise news, and it's the first of the month, so that means all the cruise lines have new specials and things going on, so we will talk about some of those as well. But welcome. It is 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. We are in the Orlando area. It looks like it's still showing about 79 degrees and 53 days until Christmas. 53 days until Christmas. And Rebecca's holding up 46 days until we get on the Symphony of the Seas. Oh, check-in is tomorrow. Check-in is tomorrow. We check in tomorrow for the Symphony of the Seas. I can't wait. We will be cruising almost Christmas. We're going to be cruising December 17th through the 24th on the Symphony of the Seas, our very first Oasis class. And I've been watching the Cruise Spotter, that guy that shoots that amazing drone footage out of Miami. And I saw the Symphony going out tonight. He was shooting a nice shot of it tonight. So that will be us soon. So, hey, Rana, how are you? Good to see you, Rana. How you doing? Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, Desiree, you're in the Bronx. Awesome. And, you know, the Bronx is one of my favorite areas because you've got Arthur Avenue up there, which is one of the most amazing, the real little Italy of New York. So I love going up to Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. So hey to the Bronx. Eddie, what are you saying there? You're getting excited. You're a little over a month. Oh, the Sky Princess. Wow, we saw her, St. Thomas, right? We were in St. Thomas. What a beautiful looking ship. You should have a fantastic time on that ship.
They have the gelato.
Sky Princess is one of the ones with the gelato? You're getting gelato? Oh, Ed, if you don't know yet what I'm talking about, there are, I think, 3 princess ships. Rebecca's saying yes. It's 3 princess ships that have been certified by the Chamber of Commerce in Italy that they are making authentic Italian gelato on those 3 ships. And Rebecca's saying that the Sky is one of them. You are going to get authentic gelato as authorized or authenticated by the fine folks in Italy. So how about that? That's pretty doggone cool.
Sky, Discovery, and Enchanted.
Sky, Discovery, and Enchanted. And I know another one of our folks in the Facebook group was showing pictures of that gelato. I can't remember. I think they were on Enchanted. But if you're not in the Facebook group yet, Ed, I hope you are. Certainly come on over and join our Facebook group. There's links in the description below, and then it's right there as well. But come on over, because what's really cool about that Facebook group, we got like around 250 people. So it's not like this massive group, but it's just a bunch of folks, you know, helping each other. And every time like somebody goes on a new cruise, like we booked 2 first-time cruisers this past week. So I get all excited about that. But then those of you who are taking cruises, I love seeing your pictures. I love seeing all about it. We got a couple of folks right now from our group who are on the Wonder of the Seas, which is making the transatlantic over from, she's making a transatlantic over from Barcelona, is where she started. In fact, they were on in the Mediterranean for a week, and now they're also making the transatlantic. So they're probably some of the only people who are going to get an opportunity to literally do everything that the Wonder of the Seas has to offer. So that's so amazing. So if you're not in our Facebook group, please do join our Facebook group. The links are in the description. And of course, you know, when it's time for you to book your next cruise or maybe your first cruise, we love booking first cruises, theme park travel, or pretty much anything around. Certainly keep us in mind if you would. Where's WalterTravel.com? We'd love to be a part of the conversation. We would love to help book you for your next adventure. So, Oh, Lori says she's going to be on the Sky Princess as well. Oh, we got a bunch of Princess folks coming up. We're getting ready. We're actually getting ready to book a Princess cruise. We're not really sure which ship and which itinerary, but Rebecca and I have been talking about. We have not been on Princess since 2018, 2019. The Crown Princess.
2018.
Yeah, 2018. And again, for those of you just joining us, my wife sits slightly off camera over here on the side because she doesn't like to be on camera. But she is my producer and she is my cohort at Where's Walter Travel. Has a lot of information, so love sitting with her right here, and she presents a lot of great information for you all. I just make this look good on camera. I like to have fun on camera. It was 2018. So, and that was before the pandemic. We were on the Crown Princess and we had the club level. But the club level on Princess is actually pretty darn cool because you still eat in the main dining room, but you eat in like a special area of the main dining room. And the dining captain prepares something in the dining room. Like, you know, I think we had maybe 20 tables, like 15, 20 tables that were just for club level. And then there was one table that he was all set up on, cooking away and doing his thing. And after the first night, I was like, I don't even need the menu. Whatever he's making, that's what I want to get. It was so good. I remember one night, in fact, I got pictures of it. He was making fettuccine Alfredo fresh right behind me. Holy crap. So if you want to try something that's kind of cool, get the club level on a Princess ship and then go on into the main dining room and get that special dining experience. It's very cool. It's like going to specialty dining, but you're not paying anything extra. It's right there in the main dining room. It's actually super cool. So welcome to everybody. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate you coming on in. Hey, by the way, if you like the shirt I'm wearing here, in fact, I'll turn this off for a second. You can come visit the website, where'swaltertravel.com. We got a great little merch store, so much fun stuff. And we got some Christmas shirts in there now, too. I'll have the Christmas shirt on, I hope, next week. It's coming. But I have one of my own Christmas shirts in there right now. So hopefully it's coming next week. But yeah, definitely visit the web store. We've got some really fun stickers, shirts, all kinds of stuff in there for your next cruise. It's so exciting. Hey, and speaking of holiday, there are a bunch of holiday cruises still available. If you haven't made plans yet for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for New Year's, what are you waiting for? I mean, especially Thanksgiving. Who wants to be home with all that drama? But even Christmas, we've got a lot of folks that we've been talking to that are actually going out at Christmas. And I know that Disney, at least as far as last week, I haven't looked since the date changed to November 1, but they were doing up to 35% off on the Very Maritime sailing. So this is even Disney. They're still doing it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they may still be doing select sailings. And then, of course, select sailings all the way through. But Virgin is still running their free bar tab for the month of November. You can still book for the month of November. We've got 2 ships over here now in Miami. We got the Scarlet Lady. We got the Valiant Lady. In fact, I've got it right down here. Let me find it. There you go. Okay, that's that one. But this is what I'm talking about right here. They're still doing $300 bar tab for November of 2022 in the Caribbean. So we got the Valiant Lady and we have the Scarlet Lady now here in Miami. Scarlet Lady is still doing 5 and 4 night itineraries. The Valiant Lady is predominantly doing 6 and 8 night itineraries with a couple of 7-nighters in there as well. So you got a free $300 bar tab for this month, and you get $200 onboard credit as well. So now the bar tab, you can only spend that on drinks. So you can get your alcoholic drinks, you know, your mocktails, your coffees and things like that. That's all you can spend the bar tab on. But that $200 onboard credit, you can spend it on anything, including drinks. So in a sense, you got like $500 to spend on alcohol if you want to do that, or you can get yourself a tattoo with the $200 or whatever. But this is a heck of a deal right now with Virgin. And of course, we went on the Scarlet Lady. If you have not watched it yet, got a great vlog series on here from the Scarlet Lady, especially the food. Now that food totally lived up to all the hype. And then this is the other thing that Virgin is running right now too. If you book between now and November 15th, you get $25 off per sailor. And then you get,
Percent. You said dollars.
Oh, excuse me, 25% off per sailor. I'm just so excited. I'm not even, that's why Rebecca's sitting here keeping me on point. But yeah, so you get 25% off per sailor plus a $100 bonus on top of a purchase of a $300 bar tab. And that is for cruises, I believe, all the way through 2023. I forgot to add that in. Let me see here. That is for, it doesn't even say. It just says for sailing. So I'm going to assume it's all the way through to next year. But there you go. So there's a couple of great specials going on. So what questions that you guys have, go ahead and start dropping questions in the chat, comments. Again, I'm going to be sharing with you some cruise news, and I'm going to be sharing with you some more specials and things like that going on. Desiree, what is the down payment on Virgin Cruise Line for solo travelers? Oh, my goodness gracious. You would say that. I honestly can't remember. You know, they were just running a special where, oh, you going to look that up for me, hon? Great.
No.
Oh, Rebecca's not looking it up. All right, I'm going to pop it up over here.
I don't know.
I honestly can't remember. Hey, Danielle, how are you? Good to see you. We're going to look that up for you right now, Desiree, and get that answer. They were just running a special too with no single supplement. So you could have gotten any cabin without any sort of a single supplement on the cabin. But now I think they ended that. They just literally ended that. It was supposed to go through November 15th. The funny thing about Virgin, you got to be, they're kind of almost like the Costco of cruising now, where they have these specials and they say, hey, they're going to run through November 15th. But then all of a sudden they're gone. So they had two specials that were supposed to run through November 15th. They both ended early last week. So if you see a special on Virgin Voyages and it says, hey, it's not going to end until whatever, don't wait if you really want to take advantage of that offer, because I've just seen two offers in the past week just suddenly end that should have gone through November 15th. So it's a little bit annoying, but you know, I mean, now that we know, we can tell our clients, look, if you're looking at Virgin Voyages, don't wait. This is the special. This is what it is right now. I can get you that special right now. I don't know if it'll be there tomorrow. So anyway, so that's just something to keep in mind. If you are looking at Virgin Voyages and you're looking at some specials, the deals seem to kind of have a habit of just kind of like going away. So
it looks
keep in
like
mind.
when we booked originally,
Yeah,
ages and ages and ages ago,
right.
it looked like it was around 20%, but that could have changed.
So it was around 20% back then. Let's see right now. Well, I've got it set up for one person. Let's view the cabin. I'm actually doing this, Desiree, while we chat here. And if anybody else has any questions, feel free to drop them in. Be more than happy to answer your questions as we go. We're trying to find out what is the deposit for a solo traveler on Virgin Voyages. It's actually kind of funny. Nobody has asked us that yet. So we're just trying to pull through and see what it is while we're chatting here. Oh, I see we got another comment just popped up. Usually try Norwegian. Now, Norwegian is running a 50% off special right now. So they just announced that as of today, they're now fit. They were 40% off last month. They're 50% off this month. I haven't gone in to look at the individual cabin, because sometimes when they do that, you know, they'll just kind of like raise the price a little bit. So the price of the cabin hasn't actually changed. So I haven't double checked that yet. But they're running a 50% off special right now.
According to the Google,
yeah,
it's 20%.
It's still 20%.
Excluding add-on components and ancillary purchases and taxes and fees. So the base fare.
So they're still 20%. I haven't run through this yet. Oh, here we go. Taxes and fees. Let's run this through. Oh, yeah, it won't run it through until I add all the sailor information.
So I think it's 20%.
So Rebecca's heard 20%. Yeah. Sorry about that. Virgin is one of the ones that we're just starting in with all the training on and everything so far. So I apologize for that, but it sounds like it's 20% right now. Most of the other cruise lines will have like a set amount. Like I just booking some folks now on Royal Caribbean. Shorter cruises, just $200, or it's $500 on the longer cruise, just a set amount. Disney does a percentage.
I think so.
Who did we just book? We were just looking at somebody else that did a percentage as well.
It's going to be either a percentage or a set amount, and sometimes that can change.
Yeah.
You can run a special where it's a set amount.
That is true. Hey, Bill, good to see you. Hope the new job is going well. Bill with B Duff Travels. Make sure you give him a follow, both here on YouTube, over on Twitter, and everywhere else that he is. Very nice guy. Just started a new job. There's his handle right there. So make sure you go over and follow him as well. Very nice guy. He's got some MSC vlogs out there. And Bill, I believe you're going on another ship very soon as well. So looking forward to your new vlogs. That's one of the things I love about YouTube. One of the things I love about social with all the folks I've been meeting up with. We help each other. We really do help each other. I know there's some communities out there with some of these things where they don't help each other as much. And I'm glad I'm not a part of that. But in the cruise community, we help each other greatly. And I love that. So, hey, Bill, how you doing? So while we wait for some more questions from you all, oh, wait, let's see what we got going on here. Enchantment. Oh, cool. Enchantment of the Seas. That should be a nice one. That's a smaller ship. That should be a really cool. I'm really looking forward to hearing I've not been on one of their smaller ships yet. So I'm really looking forward to your report from that one to see what it's like. And I would like to get on there for sure. Here's something kind of cool. Celebrity has announced for the first time they are going to park an Edge ship in Southampton for pretty much an entire season. The Silhouette has been over there for a while, but now they're going to park the Celebrity Apex. So Southampton, if you happen to be watching, I think it's like 1 a.m. right now over in England. But if you're watching this or if you're watching the replay, you are getting the Celebrity Apex for the entire 2024 season. That is going to be, I believe, May through November of 2024. It's the first time that they are home porting a Celebrity Edge Series ship in Southampton. So that's pretty doggone cool for the entire season. And of course, we all know about Captain Kate and the Beyond. So this is one of those Edge class ships, the Apex. So that should be super, super cool. Bill, you're going out of Baltimore. That is pretty doggone cool. It's interesting. You say Baltimore is a 3-hour drive for you. It's like a 3.5-hour drive for us to get down to Miami. So it's kind of funny, it's like, well, yeah, we live in the state of Florida, but it's still 3.5 hours for us to go down and get to the Symphony of the Seas in December. We're actually going to be staying overnight night before because it is kind of a long drive. So at least we'll already be there. It's looking like we're going to stay in the Brickell area. We usually stay in South Beach. I love South Beach. I just flat out love South Beach. If I could afford to live there, which I never will, I would live in South Beach. But I love it down there. But this time we're actually going to stay in the Brickell area. Rebecca found a good deal up there, and there's some excellent restaurants in the Brickell area of Miami as well. So we'll be down there like around December 16th, something like that. So that should be a lot of fun. What else is happening? Oh, this is a great story. We talked about it on Saturday on the TikTok. But the Norwegian Prima sailed out of Galveston this past week with 100 teachers and their guests as part of the Giving Joy campaign. So basically, people could nominate teachers to experience a free cruise. And I believe they gave all of these people balconies. So that was 100 balconies, and their guests could go on board. And then Rebecca saw that Kelly Clarkson performed a concert on the ship. And they also awarded $170,000 in grand prizes to, I believe, 3 teachers and their schools. Now, how cool is that? Way to go, Norwegian. I hope this is not a one-off thing. It would be kind of cool if y'all did this every year. I mean, they have a Prima class ship, I think, coming out for the next 6 years, something like that. So it would be cool to see them do the Giving Joy program, maybe continuously. And congratulations to the teachers. That is so awesome. And how cool was that? They had Kelly Clarkson come on board and do a show. But that is pretty doggone cool. So way to go, Norwegian. So, hey, if you guys got any questions or concerns or anything you want to pop up there, just let me know. Happy to answer any questions that you have. What else are we talking about here? And I just mentioned it a minute ago. Norwegian says they are offering 50% off all cruises and up to 5 free at-sea perks. Norwegian is famous because they're always offering free, right? Free. And, they've got their drink package. They got the Wi-Fi. They got the specialty dining. They got the excursion. They even have like 3rd and 4th guests free in the cabin. So they are running 50% off. Now, again, I haven't gone in to actually check the pricing to see if they adjusted the pricing at all, or if this really is legit. Okay, we dropped another 10% because they were 40% off last month, and now they're saying 50% off this month. So, in fact, I just booked a couple on the Norwegian Escape. So I will be going back in there to make sure that the pricing is still good for them. And if we need to go in and maybe get them an adjustment, I'll see if I can't go in and do that. That's part of using a travel agent that we'll go in there and try to fight for you and say, hey, you dropped your prices. Can we get a reduction for our client? So we will do our best to do that as well. But that's one of the advantages of using a travel advisor. Hey, whether you use us or anybody else, for the most part, we're all free. Some travel agents I have heard are starting to charge for their time to do the research and things like that. Look, that's just part of my job. So we get paid commission by the travel company. So if you want us to help you out, you don't pay for us. We do all the work. We put the whole package together and all that good stuff. So if you need something, just reach out. I love this, the Sun Princess. I am so excited about the Sun Princess. If you haven't seen it yet, it's the one with that big glass dome. In fact, the sort of kind of like the Icon of the Sea. You know, the Icon has an even bigger dome because they made it an aqua dome. But if you haven't seen the renderings of the Sun Princess yet, please go to princess.com. Check out the Sun Princess pictures, the rendering. It is a stunning ship. It looks kind of like it might be based on the XL series. I'm not sure. You know, the Carnival Mardi Gras, the P&O, Aida, and
Iona.
things like that. Huh?
Iona.
Iona. I said Aida. The P&O Aida. 2 different cruise lines.
They're both Carnival cruise
But
lines.
yeah, they're both Carnival cruise line. But that Sphere class looks so amazing. Now, Princess has always had an Italian flair. You know, their atriums and things like that. They call it the Piazza. Well, this one really has taken it over the top, especially with the that dome that looks like just a beautiful Italian garden villa. And I haven't seen the pictures yet, but they say there's going to be indoor-outdoor pools in that thing. And then at night they'll have entertainment. So I'm really excited about this new Sphere class. I really want to go see what Princess has going on. But they're saying that she's going to debut in the Mediterranean starting in February 2024. She's going to offer cruises from multiple departure ports, Barcelona, Rome, Athens, and Southampton. I believe February 4th is the first cruise. And as always, I would say don't book that one because we all know it could go late. Like the Icon of the Sea sold out, I believe, in a matter of hours. Their inaugural cruise. I would have told my clients, look, I don't want to put you on that cruise. I'll put you on a month later because you just don't know. It just happened with the P&O Arvia. That would be their ship. P&O Arvia. It was supposed to sail in early December. Now the Christmas cruise is going to be the very first one. So I believe she canceled either 2 or 3 sailings. And now the 3rd or 4th sailing is now going to be the first one. So always keep that in mind. When you see a brand new ship coming out, don't book that first cruise. You know, I'll book you a month later. That's when I would feel more comfortable booking you a month later, maybe even 2 months later. Let's make sure that the ship actually gets out there. And then if you're on the first sailing, they're still figuring everything out. Like the Wonder of the Seas. She just got her main show now. And it came out, what, 6 months ago? And she just got her main show. When she came out, the ship wasn't ready. You know, they were still having issues with this, that, and the other.
Structurally.
Yeah, structurally, she was ready to go. But internally, you know, the crew's still figuring things out. They're still tweaking things. Certain things weren't working yet. So, you know, going out on that inaugural cruise is cool to say. You get the medal, you get the shirt, you get all kinds of swag. It says you were on the first cruise, but you may not get the best experience. I like to go, you know, 3 months later. They figured it all out. You know, everything is now working nice and smoothly. Like I said, the Wonder of the Seas, she just got the Effectors 2 show, which was supposed to be the big show. When she launched, it wasn't ready. And now it finally is. And boy, does it look amazing from the pictures. Again, we have some friends sailing back on her right now. So I'm looking forward, maybe in a couple of weeks, we'll go visit with them and find out all about that ship. Wonder of the Seas just looks spectacular. But I'm telling you, man, this Sun Princess, I am so excited about this Sun Princess. I really, really want to go and see that. By the way, if you haven't seen the video on here yet, Keeping Stuff Dry, check it out. The nice folks from Sail Pack sent me some stuff to try out. Really cool stuff for keeping your stuff organized and dry. So just check out, it's called Keeping Your Stuff Dry. There's also an affiliate link down there if you want to go buy some stuff to keep, because people are always asking me, like, how do I keep my phones dry? How do I keep my stuff dry? Sail Pack actually has some really cool stuff, and it's not that expensive. So it's truly awesome. I love this story. Where did it go? Jaska. Oh my God. Holland America gave a dog the platinum status. It's a service dog. Her owner is blind, is legally blind. And she said this dog has been on board for over 700 days. That's how much her owner likes to cruise. So they awarded the dog, and anybody who's been on a ship for 700 days gets the platinum status. So they gave the dog a platinum medallion. And it's just so awesome. And if you see the picture online, if you look at the story, the dog just looks so freaking happy. Oh my God, looks like a beautiful, beautiful dog. And of course, this came out like right a day or two after we had to say goodbye to Molly, and it just made me feel so good to see this dog getting an award. I think it was the captain who gave it to her. It's just really cool. Or him. I don't know if Josco is a boy or a girl, but it is a black Labrador. And, you know, I'm kind of jealous Two, because I mean the dog's been on the ship for 700 days. I don't want to be that dog. I want to be on a ship for 700, and that's just Holland America. We don't know if this woman has cruised on other ships as well. But that's just on Holland America. Jessica has earned the platinum status. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? So, Desiree, you say you have a book. You have a cruise booked with Norwegian in November of next year on the Getaway. That was our first Norwegian ship. That's a really nice ship. I like, yeah, Rebecca sprained her ankle. But one of the nice things is, you know, a bunch of them Norwegian ships have a mojito bar. Actually, a really good mojito bar. This Getaway actually has the mojito bar set up as indoor-outdoor. Most of those ships have an indoor-outdoor bar on the waterfront. And on that particular ship, it is the mojito bar. Great bar. The waterfront is absolutely fantastic. We really enjoy the waterfront on the breakaway class ships. And of course, now what they've done with the Prima and made Ocean Boulevard with that whole level is just next level. But it is absolutely lovely. And what's nice about that space is you just want a quiet place in the shade during the day, especially on a sea day. You know, the whole top deck's going to be very noisy. It's going to be, you know, the pools are going, the music's going, everything. And if you want just kind of a quieter, chill place, you go down to the waterfront. And we would sit on the opposite side from the sun. So then the entire ship just provides shade. We just sit down there. We play cards. We have drinks, read books. And you're right down there on the waterfront level. So you're down by the water. Absolutely beautiful space to sit and relax. It really is. And if the gelato station is open, it's even better. There's a little gelato bar right over there. It's a gelato and coffee bar right over there on the one. I want to say it's on the right side of the ship. Yes, it's on the starboard side of the ship. There is a gelato bar over there as well. So that is absolutely lovely. Oh, that's your favorite spot. That's awesome, Desiree. Yeah, that's a good spot. If you've not been on the Norwegian breakaway class ships yet, you really should. They are wonderful ships. The Getaway also has the dinner theater on there. At the time, it was like a steampunk kind of a show. It's like steampunk meets Cirque du Soleil, but a very small version, like a single tent kind of a thing with a dinner. That was actually a really good show. We had a great time at that. I can't remember what the price was, but if they're still doing that dinner theater on the Getaway, that really was a nice dinner. A really fun. It was different. Like we'd not done anything like that before or since. I don't think we've been any place that has a little dinner theater like that yet.
There's some royal ships that have,
but we haven't done it.
No, we have not.
So yeah, I would definitely encourage you to check out that little dinner theater thing going on down there as well. But how's everybody doing tonight? Hey, by the way, pop it in the comments. Do you have a cruise coming up? I'd love to know if you have a cruise coming up. And like we know Desiree is going on Norwegian, and we know Bill is going on the Enchantment of the Seas. But what about the rest of you watching? Anybody else got a cruise coming up? Love to know the ship and where you're going.
Sky Princess, somebody.
That's right. We have 2 Sky Princesses going out there. So yeah, we got Ed and who else was on the Sky Princess? Lori. So we got Ed and Lori going out on Sky Princess. So if anybody else is going out on a cruise, please let me know. I'd love to know. Love to know how you all are doing. We're down here in the Orlando area. It was a quiet Halloween. I will say that. We had a very quiet Halloween yesterday. I think all the kids are like a couple blocks away. But we just had a very, very quiet one down here for sure. MSC actually had a couple of good specials going on. We have not cruised MSC yet. We are looking to go out on an MSC. In fact, I almost just did a quickie. Just get out there and get on MSC because I really want to see the Meraviglia is sailing out of Port Canaveral. So I just want to go hop on it. But if you're considering an MSC cruise at all, right now they're offering free balcony upgrades and up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free, which kind of makes me laugh now because, you know, Virgin says sail kid free. So every time I see kids sail free, I just flip it to the way Virgin does it. But terms apply. But that's actually kind of a good deal. And I know, Desiree, you were asking about solo on Virgin. Well, right here, MSC is offering a solo traveler special with 80% off the single supplement fee. Now, if you don't know what that means, if a lot of cruise lines have solo cabins, and so you can just book for yourself their studio cabin. But then a lot of other ships don't. Or if they run out of solo cabins and you just want to book a cabin anyway, all the cabins are priced by double occupancy. That means they expect 2 people to be in there, and that's how the pricing is set up. If you want to book one of those cabins by yourself, you essentially have to pay for both people, or maybe 75 to 80% of both people. So if the cabin $500 per person, it's $1,000, but you want to book it by yourself, you might have to pay $750 to $850 just to book it for yourself. Well, what MSC is saying is that they're going to drop 80% of that supplement. So let's say, so if it's a $500 cabin, you might only be paying, I don't know, what, $600 for it instead of $500. That's actually a really good deal. And it doesn't matter which cabin it is, as far as I can tell. That's for all new bookings all the way through to May of next year. You got plenty of time to do this. So if you're a solo traveler, you've not tried MSC yet, this might be a good reason to go give MSC a try. I mean, why not? Just try it out. And Bill is saying he loves MSC. He just did MSC. Like I said, if you go over to his channel, Bill, you were on, what were you on, Meraviglia, or were you on one of the sea ships? I'm kind of curious if you've done, I can't remember which ship you were on, but I remember you were on there. So, Rana, have we sailed out of San Diego? We have not yet. Oh, thank you, Bill. It was the Seashore. So go check out his channel, check out the MSC Seashore. He was on there for a week. Rana, we have not sailed out of San Diego. I don't know anything about it, but I can tell you San Diego itself is amazing. I did spend a quick day in San Diego. I was out there. I was a featured speaker for an event. Literally flew in, I think late in the afternoon. No, or very early in the morning we flew in, did my speaking engagement, and we flew out very late at night. But I got to actually go around quite a bit of San Diego with the folks who were hosting me, and what a stunning city. I mean, temperature is apparently, temperate all year long. It was absolutely beautiful. So I would love to sail out of San Diego. I don't know anything about the cruise terminal, but I can tell you the city itself was absolutely amazing. And my friend still lives out there to this day, and he's like, I will not move. San Diego is just a beautiful, beautiful town. So I don't know anything about sailing out of it, but I do know San Diego is a beautiful city, and you're going to find lots of great food.
And if you have questions about it, you can go on Cruise Critic, and they'll do, they have various home ports, so you can ask other people about San Diego.
That is a good thing right here. So cruisecritic.com, you can go into the ports of call forum to learn about the ports of call, or you can just simply join Cruise Critic.
Home ports, not the ports of call.
The home ports.
Or departure ports. I forget which they call it.
Yeah, they call it departure ports or home ports, but there it is, cruisecritic.com. Go on over there. It's free. It's a great website. Rebecca and I are on it pretty much every single day because that's where you get the latest and greatest information from people who are just on the ship. Now, you're going to see a lot of people complaining in there. A lot of people complain because what do you do when you've got a social forum? You complain. And what's really funny to me, so I've seen a lot of people who are in there going, and it doesn't matter which cruise line website you go into, right? Which of the boards, that cruise line is declining. The service is declining. The food is declining. Just insert this cruise line there. It's really funny. It doesn't matter which one. And what I noticed, a lot of these people who are complaining, they've been on 40, 50, 60, 80, 100 cruises on the same cruise line. And for me, my feeling is that maybe the cruise line's getting a little stale for you because you've been going on it so much. I mean, we did 3 in a row on the Celebrity Solstice class, and I was like, you know what? I've kind of had enough. I want to do something else. And so we've been on 8 different cruise lines, and we bounce around. So we're constantly getting new experiences. And then when we come back to Celebrity, it's like coming back home again. Oh, yeah, I remember some of this stuff. But I think if I did Celebrity, and I did nothing else but Celebrity, I would be bored myself. I like variety. And so I wonder how much of this is the cruise line is really declining versus it's getting stale for you, and you have this fantasy memory of what it used to be like, but it never really was like that. It was just exciting those first, maybe dozen times you went on it, but now the more you go on it, you just kind of like doing it by rote. And so on the one hand, it's nice to know all the bartenders and the crews and stuff like that when you go on. But on the other hand, for me, it's like, I don't think I could go on the same cruise line more than 5 times in a row. And I'd be like, oh my God, I'm getting bored.
Well, and there are legitimately staffing and supply chain issues. Very much so,
especially over at Carnival. Carnival has been picked on quite a bit of late online and whatnot. But, when we were on the Mardi Gras, they did not have enough staff. And from what we understand, they still don't have enough staff on that ship or any other ship. Now they've got the Celebration launching, which is their second largest ship now. Obviously, they put the Conquest out of commission. So I know, and part of that, they've never said it, but They've got to be pulling the entire crew over, now shifting crew around. I know when the Mardi Gras came out, they pulled crew from other ships. So those ships were short-staffed. So we're understanding that they're short. Everybody is short-staffed right now, pretty much. I don't know a cruise line that isn't, but they seem to be, getting hit the worst over there. So yeah, there are legitimate supply chain issues going on. There are legitimate crew shortages going on. Now the crews themselves are still amazing. I mean, that Mardi Gras crew was amazing. They were so nice, so friendly, going out of their way. And I could see they were exhausted because they were working constantly. But
poor pizza guy.
That pizza guy, man, thank God it's not 24 hours anymore because they were killing him. He was literally there. It didn't matter what time you walked by. It was him by himself making pizza. That was crazy. So, I mean, yeah, so there are things going on, and cruising is not perfect right now, but then again, nothing really is. Even at Disney, we go to Disney World, things are not exactly the same over there, but you just kind of got to roll with it because we're still coming out of an unprecedented situation. So, Lori, you have, let's see, have we been to Princess Key recently? We have not. Have you seen any?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Because our crown princess, I can't remember whether it had to stop there, but I know if it did, we did not get off.
Yeah, we didn't get off there.
It probably has been probably a decade or so.
Yeah, it's probably been a while. I think your best bet would be to go over to the Cruise Critic Forum and go hop into the Princess Forum to see what folks are saying about Princess Key. And also even the Carnival Forum. I see a lot of Carnival ships are stopping there as well. So you could check either one of those forums. You can actually search for the words Princess Key and see what folks are saying. I don't want to give you any bad information. You've been cruising Princess for about 15 years. Lovely. We've been cruising Princess in 2006. They were our first 3 cruises. And you enjoy going on Celebrity to every other cruise. I mean, that's the way to do it. I think you got to kind of mix it up. Otherwise, you're just going to get bored. If you like those 2 cruise lines, it'd be interesting for you to maybe try out Holland America, especially one of those newer ships like the Rotterdam and ship like that have, the B.B. King Club, the Rolling Stone Club, the Lincoln Center. From what we understand, Holland has really elevated their food game of late. Their specialty dining has always been outstanding. I thought the main dining room was weak, but Rebecca's been reading in the forum. This sounds like the main dining room. They may have elevated the main dining room a little bit. So
the buffet was great.
Yeah, the buffet was amazing. Hey, Cindy, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. But Lori, yeah, if you like those 2 cruise lines, you may want to try Holland America. You may even look at like the brand new Norwegian Prima. Now, I know the Prima's got all this stuff on the top. It's got a go-kart and all that. You're like, well, why would I even like that? But if you look at the inside of it and you look at that Ocean Boulevard, they've really done a nice job of elevating both that fun up on the top as well as the elegance and the adult areas inside. So what they've done with Ocean Boulevard is stunning. The Norwegian specialty dining is outstanding. It's some of our favorite dining on at sea. So I would encourage you to at least take a look at Holland America and maybe even look at the Norwegian Prima. You may not like the breakaway class ships because they are definitely more beachy family vibe. But what they've done with that Prima really looks interesting, and especially if you step up to the Haven class. Obviously, the Haven's like a whole other world, and on the Prima, it's a totally other world on there. So yeah, you may want to look at those ships as well. But yeah, Princess is a lovely cruise line. We really enjoy them, and they have quite a variety of ships, which I really like. They get small, they get the big, and that Sun Princess. I mean, we're all going on the Sun Princess. We've got to go on the Sun Princess. That looks absolutely stunning. But hey, Cindy, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining in. Good to see everybody. This is Where's Walter Travel Chat. We are independent travel advisors. And if we can answer any questions for you, and of course, if we can help you in any way in your future vacations, come check us out at where'swaltertravel.com. There is a contact form on there. There's also links in the description down below this where you can click the link to come on in. But just let us know if we can help you in any way. We are now independent travel advisors, so we're not just bloggers anymore. We can actually help you book your cruise as well. So it's so exciting, and it's all because of you guys, especially over on the TikTok channel. Everybody was like, I wish you were a travel advisor, and so that's why we became one. Cindy, so husband is putting in for your vacation tomorrow, so hopefully you'll be booking soon for January. Hey, we're ready to help you out. We are ready to send you out on a cruise. We just booked in the past couple of days. We booked 2 brand new first-time cruisers. So exciting. One of them is going on the Norwegian Escape. The other one is going on the Liberty Independence of the Sea. I don't know. Liberty or Independence of the Sea. It's one of those two. I got Liberty on my brain because I just put together a big group proposal for the Liberty. But we got them going. So that is so awesome. Danielle, man, if you've not been on Princess yet, you got to get yourself on Princess. They have some lovely ships, great food. You know, it's definitely a very adult way of cruising. You know, they don't have all these bells and whistles. Now, some of the things that they did have, like one ship actually has a virtual shooting range. I can't remember which one it is. They used to have virtual golf on a bunch of them, but I think they've gotten rid of that on most of their ships. So they don't have water slides. They don't have all that
They have
really
lovely
fun
pools.
stuff. They have amazing pools, absolutely amazing pools. And they have some of those aft terrace pools. Look right over the wake. Very nice. They're not infinity pools. I think some of the new ships might have some infinity pools. But Princess is a great cruise line. If you've not tried them yet, they are an absolutely fabulous cruise line.
Their shows are usually pretty good too.
Yeah, the original entertainment is quite good on those ships. I mean, they're definitely Broadway style shows. They're only about 45 minutes, maybe 55 minutes, but they're really good shows. Good song, good dancing. Yeah, they're really, really good shows. And then they always have good music throughout the ship as well. And they have really nice smaller club. They have a club that holds about, say, 150 people. On pretty much every ship's usually called like the Explorers Club or something like that. And some of the ships actually have two of them. They'll have the Explorers Club, and then they have another one up in the front of the ship, like above the theater or somewhere near the ship.
All the way at the top.
And way at the top on some of them as well. Yeah. So Princess, actually, what's nice about them, you know, they do have the big theater, but then they usually have one or two other venues that are like a jazz club size, you know, 100, maybe 150 people, where they can put on some slightly larger shows as well. So they get good piano players, good guitar players, good singers. Princess really does a great job with their music, do a great job with the food. It is a bit of an Italian flair to their style. It is a little bit of a white glove treatment, which is kind of nice. Celebrity to me is the white glove treatment without the stuffy attitude. Sometimes you get a little bit of that stuffy attitude on Princess, but they're absolutely lovely people on those ships. I really do enjoy them. So yeah, if you've not been on Princess yet, certainly go check out Princess. So that's exciting, Cindy. Can't wait to hear from you and see what you all are going to be doing. Wow, so exciting. What do we got? What did you say, 46 days till we get on the ship? 46 more days, just way too long. I hope we're going to book a few more cruises next year. We've definitely got, like I said, we got to get on MSC. We've not been on MSC yet, so it's hard for us to tell you guys about it. I really want to get on the Valiant Lady before she goes back across the pond, see what's going on. She's on her Mermaiden right now. We've got some other friends who are travel agents. They're on the ship. They've had a chance to rub shoulders with Richard Branson, and that's pretty cool. He's on that cruise as well. They're trying to do a Guinness Book of World Record for most mer people or something on the ship. I don't know. It's a very bizarre thing. It's a fun cruise line. I'm going to tell you right now, it is a fun cruise line. If you've not done Virgin Voyages yet, you really should do Virgin Voyages. While I wait for some more questions.
And you found out that the Scarlet Lady's going to actually be doing a transatlantic.
How about that? I saw somebody talking about that. So Scarlet Lady is actually going to be leaving Miami in 2024 and going over to the Mediterranean. And the Valiant Lady looks like she's going to be the one that's going to stay in Miami for a little while. So I didn't realize that. I thought the Scarlet Lady was pretty much, she's the Miami ship. But once they get, so next year we got Resilient coming out, and then we have Brilliant Lady coming out. They're both actually coming out next year. Resilient Lady is done. She's just waiting. She was supposed to come out this year. They decided to hold it because, you know, we just talked about staffing issues. We talked about supply chain issues. Virgin said, we can't staff the ship correctly. We're not even going to launch it. We're just going to hold it. So the Resilient Lady's coming out next year. And then the Brilliant Lady was already scheduled to come out in 2023. So we will have 4 Virgin ships in 2023. And then in the spring of 2024, when the winter season is over, the Scarlet Lady will head on over to the Mediterranean for the first time. And then the Valiant will be the Miami Caribbean ship in 2024. So that should be very, very interesting. And it'll be interesting to see if the Valiant switches to 5 and 4s or if she'll continue doing 6 and 8 night itineraries. I'm not a big fan of the 5 and 4s. I like 7. So Danielle, you are thinking about Virgin Voyages for Thanksgiving 2023. So it'll be interesting to see who, I haven't looked. It's probably up there already. But who is going to be joining Scarlett in 2023? I guess it'll be Valiant, because Valiant's going to be the one staying here. So we'll have the Valiant and the Scarlett here in 2023, and then Scarlett will leave in early 2024 to go back over. So I haven't really heard much about Valiant yet. Obviously, she's doing her Mermaiden, so it'll be very interesting.
It'll be you can't do the buffet trick of getting fresh carved turkey on Virgin, so it'll be interesting to see.
But Virgin doesn't have a main dining room.
That's true.
Yeah.
But will they serve a turkey?
I wonder
dinner?
if the test kitchen is going to do something cool with turkey. That would be kind of neat. Test kitchen is so, you can't even describe a test kitchen. Test kitchen is just so very, very interesting and bizarre. And I'm just going to pop this up while I'm talking about it, because if you want to go on Virgin for this Thanksgiving, you certainly can find out what's going to happen. But the test kitchen is just one of the coolest dining experiences. And I will admit, we were still a little hungry after the meal. I mean, it is like a little gastro thing. It's like 6 courses, but it's all little bitty tiny courses. And so we ended up going up to get some pizza after the meal. We all kind of shared a small pizza after the meal. But the test kitchen is one of the coolest dining experiences, I think, out there. And just everything about the Virgin dining experience was so much fun. Razzle Dazzle, so good. The Wake, so good. Pink Agave. And Pink Agave has an amazing tequila bar right there as well. They have over 150 or 125 mezcal and tequila on the ship. You don't have to go to the restaurant. You can just go to the bar right there. The On the Rocks bar was fabulous. You know, they had great music and entertainment. Of course, you can watch a lot of this right here on the YouTube channel. You can go to my blogs and watch Scarlet Lady and see all of that stuff as well. So I definitely, if you are a fan of cruising, and who was that? Lori was talking about Princess Lori. I would even encourage you to go check out the Virgin Voyages. I know a lot of people are kind of scared because it's like, oh, it looks weird and it looks loud and it looks strange, and it's really not. It's very much like a celebrity vibe. It's what the ship really feels like, and it's a very intimate ship because there's only single story decks. They don't have the big 5-story atrium or the 10-deck atrium and all that stuff. So it feels very, 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 very small. Andrew, does Virgin have a duty-free shop? It's actually called the Booty-Free Shop. Yes, they do. It's very small. It is very small. It's not, I don't even know if they had cigarettes in it. Yeah,
they do. They had them locked up.
Okay, they did have them. But yes, the Booty-Free store. In fact, that's how I used up my sailor loot. I ended up buying Patron tequila and Glenfiddich scotch with my leftover sailor loot. And you cannot use the bar tab in there, though. So if you have leftover bar tab, again, bar tab, you can only buy drinks.
And it's use it or lose it.
It is a use it or lose it. So if you have leftover bar tab, what you do with it is you buy a bottle from the bar. You can do that. You can say, can I have a bottle of Jim Beam? And whatever is left on your bar tab, they will apply it. And then you can pay extra, or if it's still good. So that's the only thing about the bar tab. It is a use it or lose it, but you can.
So is the sailor's loot.
Yeah, and the sailor's loot is too. So we went literally the last night on the ship. I walked over because it doesn't do any sense to buy anything from the Booty-Free store during the cruise because you can't use it anywhere. They're going to lock it up. So I like to go over on the very last night. So this way I just carry it up to the cabin. I can pack it and then just take it on home. Of course, if you get a suite like we did, we brought home Johnny Walker, tequila, vodka, wine, a few other things from our bar. If you get a suite, you have a fully stocked bar in your suite, and whatever you do not use, you are free to take home. And that does mean the full bottles of stuff. We happen to be traveling with some friends who they like making drinks too, so they ended up opening up their bar and making everything. Christine and George, if you're watching, sorry, but I let you guys go ahead and serve all the drinks, and I didn't open up any of my bottles, so I ended up bringing them all.
Well, they were also flying, so it was harder for
them. It was harder for them to do it. So
take stuff home.
But yeah, it's a great ship. Yes, they do have the duty-free store. Of course, what they're famous for is the tattoo parlor, which was pretty much booked the entire time we were on there. It's called Squid Ink. You pretty much couldn't get an appointment if you wanted to at the parlor. But the dock on the back, which is deck 7, where you can just sit out there, beautiful bar. Then they have tapas all day long. They make 4 different kinds of tapas. So freaking good.
And they do have other stores, duty-free stores as well. So.
Actually, they have really nice stores. Some of the nicer like clothing stores and things like that. Really, really nice stores inside there. Great staff. They have more uniforms. I swear, Virgin Voyages, the crew must have like 5 different types of uniforms that they wear throughout the week. Some people have specific Scarlet. In fact, I think they all do. They all have specific Scarlet Knight uniforms. So they all switch into these very specific uniforms for Scarlet Knight, which is awesome. The store manager had a cape. She had this like black flowing cape thing. And I'm like, this is your uniform? She said, yeah, this is my Scarlet Knight uniform. They have more uniform. They are having so much fun on those ships. And we did find out, I know I've said it before, but Virgin Voyages pays their crews among the highest in the industry. They get free Wi-Fi. The entire crew gets free Wi-Fi. They get free toiletries, which is a big deal. You know, a lot of crew members have to pay for their own toiletries. So a lot of guests will actually gift toiletries to the crew members on a lot of the cruise line. And they get to eat in all of the same restaurants that we do. They don't pay for it, just like we don't. And we found out that that's not just the public-facing crew. That's the entire crew all the way down the line. They have a schedule that they can go to the wake. They can go to Razzle Dazzle. They can go to wherever they want to go.
Yeah, because in most other cruise lines, you're only seeing officers and entertainment staff
That's
eating in public areas.
Yeah, you won't see like the engineers up there, but we saw them every single night.
Stewards or the laundry staff.
Yeah, they would be wearing regular street clothes like us, but they would have a name badge. And we were told that like if we were sitting and we had a couple of extra chairs available, we could actually invite the crew to come sit with us and have dinner, which was kind of cool. I've never heard of that. I mean, you know, sometimes you'll see the officer sitting in a buffet. You might say hello to them and whatnot, but I would never think to invite them over and have lunch with us. But apparently on Virgin, they're like, you know, if you'd like to invite them over and have a seat, you're welcome to do that. So it's definitely a different way of cruising. You know, they don't have everything right, but they've got a lot of things really well. If they get rid of that net on the back, like the first time those ships go in for dry dock, if they get rid of that net on the back and they put a really nice like pool, like Virgin, take a look at the Haven on the Prima. Look what they did back there. They could replicate that on the back of the lady ships. That would be freaking amazing if they did that, you know. So, but Virgin is definitely, everybody should try it. If you like cruising, you should give them a try. Don't go by just what you see on the vlogs. Even my vlog, don't go by just what you see. I think my vlog is pretty honest as to what the ship is really like. I don't, you know, a lot of the other vlogs, you're going to see Scarlet Knight. You're going to see Never Sleep Alone. That's the sex show. You're going to see, you know, the dance party thing, which is it's experimental dance. So it is weird. It's not for everybody, but it's actually, the dancers are amazing. It wasn't exactly for me, but, you know, it's not the same old, same old. That's for sure. That ship is not the same old, same old.
And you have drag bingo.
Get drag bingo. You got drag show. Oh, and the casino it's not smoking, but it's the only casino I can think of that has windows. It has massive portholes all the way down one side of the casino. It's a really nice casino. So if you like that, definitely check out Virgin Voyages. Definitely check out. I love Virgin. I think they're doing a really cool thing. They don't have it totally perfect. No
cruise line does.
But I think they're pretty doggone close. Pretty doggone close to perfect. And man, they've got that food nailed down.
You got something you need to get rid of.
Oh, we got an idiot in here. Do we have an idiot? Oh man. You know, seriously, I don't understand why people even have to try to do that. So whatever. Okay, go away.
It's probably not people. It's probably a bot.
Yeah, probably. Sorry about that, guys, but at least I got rid of it pretty quick. Thanks, Rebecca. I actually see the comment about 10 seconds later after they first pop up. So I apologize that got up there, but we got it out. Moving on. Holland America is throwing some good specials out there. If you've not tried Holland America yet, you really should take a look at them. Beautiful ships out there right now. The Rotterdam, and I forget what the name of that series, Pinnacle series, maybe? I think that might be what the class is. Stunningly beautiful ship. Absolutely stunningly beautiful ships out there. But they're offering up to $150. Check this out. See what it says there? $150 onboard credit per person, not per stateroom. Up to $150 onboard credit per person, and a 50% reduced deposit when you book a 2023-2024 cruise. But you got to book it in the next 2 weeks. But look, I mean, that's $300 of onboard credit. Now, that's up to. So it's not, you know, if you book an interior, you're not going to get that much probably. But I mean, up to $150. So you could have up to $300 to spend on the ship just for booking a cruise by November 15th. So if you've never tried Holland, or you have tried Holland in the past, we love, what is it, Tamarind? Mm-hmm. It's an Indian restaurant? No, it's an Asian restaurant.
Pan-Asian.
Pan-Asian restaurant. What a restaurant on there. What's that new one you saw that you really want to try?
Oh, Rudy's Sel de Mer.
Yeah, so Rudy's Sel de Mer. So we were on the Carnival Mardi Gras, and we had Rudy's Sea Grill, and on the Holland America, they have Rudy's Sel de Mer that looks even like. So Rudy's Sea Grill was the second best meal we had ever had on a cruise ship until we went on Virgin Voyages. Then, they tied for second. 3 of their restaurants tied for second, and Rudy is third. So we've got Remy on the Disney Fantasy, 3 restaurants on Virgin Voyages, and then Rudy's Sea Grill on the Carnival Mardi Gras right there. And then Holland America has Rudy's Sel de Mer, which is like seafood steak to another level.
And it's French influence seafood.
French influence seafood. So of course it's going to be even better. It's got sauces all over it. It's French. But I saw this, and Rebecca even missed that it was per person at first too. It's like, this is $150 per person. That's a heck of a deal. And Holland America, like I said, it's a great cruise line. It really is. It's known as the old person line, and they're working on that. They're trying to entice younger people. Their pools are gorgeous. Their ships, gorgeous. They have, what's really neat, like you might be walking around the ship during the day, and all of a sudden there's a string quartet playing in the corner, and you're like, yeah, that sounds really nice. I think I'm going to grab my coffee, have a seat, and listen in. It is certainly not a loud ship. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles.
Not a late night ship.
Well, I don't know, with the nightclubs and things in there
true.
now, it might be it used to not be a late night ship, but now with, the Blues Club and other things like that,
Yeah.
it might be more of a late night ship.
Well, people forget that the current generation of people in their, 70s and 80s grew up on rock and roll.
Yeah. So now they've got a rock club in there. I love this, Andrew. Andrew is saying, do we have any questions about Oasis Class for you? Because he literally, not only did he come off the Oasis Class, he came off the Oasis of the Seas, where he was wearing some wonderful Where's Walter Travel shirts. You should go get some. Not that I'm encouraging you to go buy some stuff, but you might want to go just check out our merch store and see about some of these really cool shirts, including the really awesome Christmas shirt that was inspired by Elf. Yes, and Andrew, where did you go? Come back here. There you are. So, and this was your first Oasis Class as well. So what was your favorite dining? I would like to know that. What did you think of the food overall? And what was your favorite dining experience on the Oasis of the Seas? And anybody else who has been on an Oasis Class ship, please jump in and tell us what was your favorite, what was your food experience like? And what was your favorite restaurant on an Oasis Class ship? I think that's fantastic.
Did he subject himself to cats?
Oh, God.
Although I hear it's not the full version
It's
anymore.
not. They've been able to cut it down. So if you don't know, the Broadway show Cats is on Oasis of the Seas. And when it first came out, it was literally the entire 3-hour show, which there's no reason for a 3-hour show, period, to be on a cruise ship. Okay. Not the least of which is Cats. Now, I grew up with Cats. My brother-in-law was Mr. Mistopheles in the original show 30-some years ago. It's a pretty good show, but it's not a cruise ship show. It's a really slow show. Slow. So I don't quite understand why they put that show on Cats, and then not only put it on the ship, but then to put the entire 3-hour show. Too long, like you can put Hairspray on there. That's fun. They got Grease. They got Saturday Night Fever.
Shortened up some.
Yeah, they may have shortened them up, but Cats, not a good show. So Andrew, Rebecca wants to know if you subjected yourself to Cats while on board.
I'm not a fan.
Yes. Anthem of the Seas, I believe is
Quantum, I believe.
Yeah, Rebecca thinks it's a Quantum. Yeah, because Odyssey, Anthem kind of sounds like the same. So I think it's a Quantum class.
Which should mean bumper cars.
I'm going to double check that right now. Anthem. Oh, Anthem of the. I can't type. Okay. I've got 2 computers here. So, yeah, it is a Quantum class. Quantum class would mean to add the bumper cars. It has the North Star that lifts up and lets you go out and see stuff. There we go. Andrew, he didn't do any specialty restaurant. That's a good move. Main dining room was adequate. I would say some nights 3, some nights 4. Whoa, well, 4 stars is actually pretty doggone good. So there you go. Yeah, the main dining room is just one of those things that some ships can be really good. It also depends on, obviously, it depends on who's in the dining staff at the time. So like you can go on the Oasis Class right now. on the Oasis of the Seas, you're going to have an amazing dining experience. You go back 6 months later, it's a whole new crew, and you're like, oh, this isn't what I remember. Well, because it's a different crew. And even though all the recipes are the same, still prepared a little bit differently. So some of the strategies in a main dining room, one, you know, like I joke about Thanksgiving, don't go to the main dining room and get the Thanksgiving dinner, because it's hard to make a really good turkey dinner for about 2,500 to 3,000 people. Go up to the buffet and get the sliced turkey instead of the carving turkey. But if you like vegetarian options, always look at what the vegetarian options are on a menu in a main dining room, because you know, main dining room is a big place, and it's a lot of assembly line and a lot of pre-made stuff before you even get there. But in general, the vegetarian items are not made as far in advance, or maybe not at all. They might be made to order because not near as many people order them. So if you want something a little bit fresher, sometimes you order the vegetarian. And certainly if you look at what the special is, you know, sometimes you get that as well. Anything that's like every single night, for the most part, that is going to be an assembly line process back there. So just know that. But you know, look at the vegetarian options. That's usually some of the freshest stuff that they're going to make in the main dining room.
And I have another Oasis of the Seas question.
Oh, here you go, Andrew. Rebecca's got a question for you.
Did he do the Ultimate Abyss?
Did you do the Ultimate Abyss, which is the 10-deck dry slide, which was the longest slide at sea until the MSC World Europa sale this week, and she has an 11-deck slide. Way to go, MSC. Put that extra deck on there and get them. That's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome. Desiree, you enjoyed that ship, Anthem of the Seas. Oh, you did the bumper cars. That is so awesome. Best meal with the tiger shrimp. Ooh, they had tiger shrimp in the main dining room. Nice. Nice. You did good. You did really, really good. Oh, there you go. He did it. Nice. Way to go, Andrew. I don't know. Am I going to do it? Oh.
I want to say I am, but I'm not sure.
I think I'm going to do it. I don't know. I think
I'm definitely not doing the Flow Rider. You might be.
I'm doing the Flow. I've never done the Flow Rider. We've been on Freedom and Mariner, and I did not go on the Flow Rider. And this time we have the key, which is that, you know, we can get priority boarding. We get a few other things, but one of the things we get is like private time at the Flow Rider. So just for the people in the key, we can go to the Flow Rider. So I will hand the GoPro to Rebecca and let her film. So there will be film at 11 when I do it. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I will try it.
The zip line.
The zip line. Oh, there is a zip line too.
Yeah, he did this.
Oh, you did it. It's a slow slide. It's a piece of cake. Oh, he said it's slow. Okay. All right. Not bad. Did you like the zip line? I'm thinking about it. I don't know. The zip line could be kind of fun.
Free.
It is free. So why not? And it's right there. And I think, you know, that is such an interesting thing about the Oasis class, the way they've got the Central Park, you know, and that view. Personally, if you're looking at an Oasis class ship and you're looking at those interior balconies, I would look at Central Park versus the boardwalk area, because the boardwalk area is going to be much noisier. Central Park is going to be a little quieter. And certainly at night, it's going to be absolutely lovely with all the plants and everything down there. It is a little different, you know, because you're looking right across at other people than you are looking out at sea. But I would definitely look at the Central Park area versus the boardwalk. Boardwalk definitely. But if you have a family, you might want to go back to the boardwalk. There'll be more stuff for the kids to watch from the balcony. Hi, See the World with Chris. I like your handle. Hi, Chris. How are you? Thank you so much for the kind words. We really, really do appreciate it. Thanks for coming over and hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate it. If there's any questions that we can answer for you, please drop it in. But thank you so much. I love that. See the world. And I see what you did there at the beginning. See the world. Nice and clever. Like that. Fellow cruiser. Welcome, fellow cruiser. We welcome all cruisers here. Cruise curious, and especially first-time cruisers. We love first-time cruisers. Like I said, we have booked 2 in just the past couple of days. A mother and son. Actually, twice now, mother and son. Yeah, so we booked 2 moms and sons. One's going on the Norwegian Escape. One is going on either Liberty or Independence of the Seas. I'm getting them confused. I cannot keep a Liberty and the Independence. Like Freedom, I got Freedom. I know what ship that is, but Liberty and Independence, I keep messing those up like crazy. So I can't help it. So, oh, Catchwood. Oh, you went. You went. Oh my word! Wow, I'm impressed. And you didn't fall asleep. Here's the question though, Andrew. Did they still have the intermission in it, or did they just run it straight? Because if they ran it straight, then they definitely shortened it up. I'm kind of curious because they used to literally do hour and a half intermission, hour and a half. That's a long show. And great story. But my brother-in-law was Mr. Mistopheles in the original Cats. I don't know, it was like 32 years ago at the Winter Garden Theater. And that theater was a junkyard. Like they just converted the whole theater into a junkyard for the cat. And the cat would crawl out would come out into the audience in the beginning of the show. And then during the show, like the whole theater was their playground. And so Joe would put me in a seat up on the balcony where he would come crawling out. And sometimes like he would like come down, like he would want me to pet him and whatnot, and people were like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like, this is my brother-in-law. This is so weird. But then he became Mr. Mistopheles. So, and boy, was it weird to hear him sing. Because back then, Mr. Mistopheles used to sing. So he went straight through for about 90 minutes. Interesting. So yeah, they definitely shortened up that show. It used to be about an hour and 15 minutes per act. So that's a very smart move. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You saw Cats in Broadway. Did you see the new one? Yeah, because they revived it a few years ago. And I heard that was fabulous as well. It was weird when I went to New York a few years ago and I saw the big Beetlejuice marquee on the Winter Garden. I was just so used to seeing Cats there. It was so bizarre. So, Robin, how are you? Can you cruise onboard credits they offer you when booking your cruise for specialty dining and or a chef table? That depends on the cruise line, right?
No, yes, you can. What depends is whether you can use it before you get on board or you have to wait until you get on board.
Gotcha.
Celebrity and Royal will let you use your onboard credit, at least the stuff from the cruise line. If your travel agent gives you onboard credit, that won't show up till you get on the cruise.
Right.
But if the cruise line gives you onboard credit, Royal and Celebrity will let you use that before you board. Most other cruise lines, you have to wait till you get on board to use it, but you can use it for whatever.
Yeah.
I think, well, sometimes maybe not the casino.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can. It depends.
Yeah. So, so Royal and Celebrity does allow you to use the onboard credit in advance. Like if you're home now and you've got a cruise, like we've got a cruise coming up in December, we want to use our onboard. In fact, we have used our onboard credit already to book the Wi-Fi and to book the refreshment package. And if we want to book
Cocoa Beach Club.
But especially dining, we have to wait till we get on board.
Well, we bought a package.
Right.
And the package, we bought the package, but we can't book the individual components of the package till we get on board.
So we use our onboard credit to pay for like a 3-dinner package, but we can't actually book the restaurants until we get on board.
But we did also book the sushi on its own, separate from the package, and that we've already got.
Yeah.
So
does that make sense? What does that say? Carnival lets you use the onboard credit before. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a relatively recent change, but yes.
So that's the same thing with Royal Caribbean and Carnival as well. You can use it in advance. Celebrity and Royal Caribbean as well. Chris, you're saying you missed Grease on Harmony due to staff out sick. Now we have to go again. Loved Harmony. We have Celebration. Oh, wow. That should be nice. I don't know if you're following John Heald at all on Facebook, but he's been posting videos of the celebration as she's coming over. I really, what I really like, so we went on the Mardi Gras, had a great time, but I really like Cindy. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, Cindy. We'll see you the next time. Maybe we'll see you Saturday morning on the TikTok. But what I really like is that terminal area with the big LED windows that they put up there. I think that's better than the French Quarter. I mean, the French Quarter was kind of cool, but it's kind of a dead space there. I think what they did with that whole terminal area is going to be really, really interesting. And of course, there's so much history on there. I've been seeing stuff. There's like doors on there. Of course, they have the car from the Ecstasy. They have all kinds of history from the 50 years of Carnival on that ship for you to see and experience. And What's the Breath Magnolia Bar on the Carnival, on the Mardi Gras, is like a whole, it has like ship's drawings and all kinds of ship stuff in that bar. You're going to have a great time on the celebration. I really do want to get on the celebration. Andrew, you got on the Perfect Storm. Man, I don't know if I can do that. I'll do the dry slide. I don't know if I'll do the water slide.
Depends on how my knees are doing and how many flights of stairs it is.
Yeah. Robin, I'm glad we were able to answer that question for you. Obviously, if there's anything we can do to help with your next cruise and all of that, we are travel advisors, so we'd be more than happy to help you book your next cruise or to answer any other questions you might have. We try as much as we can to answer as many questions. And one of the things that we've been telling the folks who booked with us is like, even if we're not going to book your hotels or flights, if you have questions about those things, because we've been to Miami, we've been to Fort Lauderdale, we've been to Port Canaveral, so we know some of the hotels to at least recommend, even if you're going to book them yourself. And one of the things we just did was a lot of fun. We put together a whole packet for first-time cruisers, taking our 20 years of knowledge that we've done, and we have like this 10-page packet now that we can send out to first-time cruisers just to kind of acclimate themselves and get ready for you, because a cruise can be overwhelming. There's a lot that goes into it. You show up at the terminal, you're like, oh my God, there's 5,000 people here. What do we do? And there's a big ship sticking out on the other side of the building. I remember when Christy went on her first cruise, she texted me. She's like, oh my God, the ship is so big.
And I find that if you're not surprised by things, that your cruise will go smoother and you'll be happier.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. It's a cruise is intimidating because you hear so many things about it. And like one of the big things is, can I have like more food in a main dining room? Is it okay to ask for it? Yes, it's okay to ask. In fact, ask everywhere, because all they can say is no. But you want 3 entrees, have 3 entrees. You want 4 appetizers, have 4 appetizers.
And some things are just so different on a cruise ship than a land-based vacation. Like even something as simple as flushing the toilet.
Yeah, her sister couldn't quite figure out how to flush the toilet at first, so I did a TikTok showing you all how to flush a toilet, and that's part of our first-time cruiser thing. The toilets are intimidating. You're like, whoa, that was loud. But there's just a lot of things about cruising, because some people have this vision that it's all inclusive. It's not, but the things that are included, you can pretty much go to town. Like a lot of times it's like unlimited. Yeah, go ahead. Have as much as you want from the buffet. Have as much as you want from EMDR.
And once you buy your cruise, really the only other thing you're paying, you pay your port taxes and fees, and then you have your daily gratuities. And you could cruise for nothing but that and still have plenty to eat and drink.
I mean, if you look at that Virgin Voyages video that I did with all the food, we paid nothing for any of that food that's in that video. And you can see what we're eating. It's unfreaking believable what we're eating in that. And like Desiree said, it's a hotel. It's really a resort. It's your floating resort, which is awesome. Andrew, you have plenty of food in the main. Man, they do not run out of food there. They don't run out of food in the buffet, like I said. And what I do love, since you went to the main dining room every night, you probably either got seated at the same table, or you may have had similar servers. If it's main dining, they start to know you. Even if like the server sees you from across the room, they might come over and say hello. They start to know you. They start to, bring stuff out to you. And if there's a little something extra, they might slip something out there. So I do love the main dining room. You were commenting on how good the crab cakes were. The next thing you know, see, stuff like that happens, and this is not unusual on a cruise ship for something like this to happen. If you compliment something, like, oh, really? You like that? You like those cookies? You like those brownies? You like the crab cakes? Here you go. Have a little bit more. So, the dock, I love the little grilled meat tapas he was making right there on the deck. Those were amazing. But that grilled octopus really surprised me. I was like, wow, this was really good. I think Rebecca liked the shrimp the most.
I like the shrimp and the polenta.
And the polenta, yes. So your waiters were from India. Awesome. Hey, it is such a melting pot on a ship. I really try to get to know as many people as I can. Like we try to get to know our room steward. We try to get to know our bartender. We try to get to know the servers. And just any other people that we see around the ship. Definitely the baristas. I'm talking to the baristas a lot, obviously. And of course, I'll find that bartender. Like on the celebrity ship, I go to the world-class bar every single night, and I know all the bartenders by the end of the first night. There's only 2 or 3 of them that work that particular bar. I get to know them really well.
And I forget where we got this from, but one of the hacks for actually remembering the name of some of the staff is take a photo. I mean, ask them, obviously, but take a photo of their name badge, because you'll get a survey when you get home. That way you can say specifically who you're complimenting.
That's right. Because if you can recognize the actual person, they do get little perks. They do get notice, and they do get, kind of goes on their chart, if you will. And apparently they get extra perks. They might get an extra day off. They might get a little extra bonus. They might get a little something. So if somebody is giving you really good service on a ship, ask them, take a picture of their name badge so you can remember who they are when you get home and you get the survey. I need to do another TikTok on that, actually. We had some wonderful servers in the Carnival Mardi Gras, the Cucina del Capitano. Wonderful servers in there. So I made sure I got a couple pictures of her name badges so I could recognize them. The one I forgot was that poor guy who was making the pizza 24/7. I actually wanted to go give him a $20 tip is what I wanted to do. And I forgot about that too. That guy was working so hard. But yeah, if you see people who are working hard, certainly if you can afford it, give a little extra over top of that gratuity that you're already paying. And certainly if somebody's giving you real good service, take some pictures. So I see that we've been going about an hour and 15 minutes. We usually do this for about an hour. So I think we're going to wrap this up for this evening, folks. We'll be back here, not Tuesday. We'll be back on Monday night next week. We came on Tuesday because of Halloween. So we'll move it back to Monday night next week. Although Tuesday worked out pretty nice. This was actually a pretty nice night. Y'all were pretty great. So who knows?
We'll see how 8 o'clock on Monday does.
Yeah, we may pop back over on Tuesday night. But Saturday mornings at 10:30 in the morning, we are over on TikTok. So certainly come on over and join us. In fact, this past weekend, we went for 2 hours. The conversation just never stopped. So many people were over there on Saturday. So, but here, what?
Next Tuesday's election.
Oh, that's right. It's election day. So we'll definitely go Monday. We'll definitely go on Monday next week. Yeah, so just remember, if there's anything we can do for you in the future with cruises, certainly let us know. We'd love to help you out. Where's Walter Travel? We can now book your cruises, your theme park adventure. We are here in Orlando. We've been coming to Disney for over 25 years now. We are annual pass holders, so we can certainly help you with that. And any group or corporate cruises or corporate events, anything like that, just let us know. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming out tonight. It's really good to see everybody. It's nice to have some new folks out there. Really enjoy getting to meet you all and see you all. So certainly let all your friends out there know if there's anything we can do. Come on over, subscribe, do all that good stuff over here. And everybody have yourself an amazing evening. We'll see you Saturday morning on TikTok and then Monday night, 8 o'clock back here on YouTube. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in.